And welcome back to Mostly Satisfactory, which is my Let's Play in the game Satisfactory, which is a big, beautiful, and ridiculously complex automation game where I learned by trial and error, mostly error, how to make this thing hum, how to make it work, how to be efficient, or actually, I hope to get to being efficient. Right now, I'm just hoping to get things working. In our last episode, I forgot to meet the doggos, so let's see what they got. And I don't know what that is. Steel beam. Okay. Thank you, Gus. And let's see what Buddy's got. Buddy has quartz crystals. A whole tray of them. Okay, thanks. I don't know what to do with those. I know what I'm going to do with them, but I'm going to trade them in for tickets. But anyway, in the last episode, I said that, hey, I've now successfully moved everything that was in the old base over to the new base, and now we can press forward. And I wasn't quite right. Yeah, we got everything moved over. As far as the basics go, but, I'm looking at this and I'm wondering what happened to all the Fixma stuff. I've got food stuffs here. I've got the weird stuff in the other container. What happened to all my Christmas junk? Question for another day. So I got everything moved over except and that wall looks pretty trash. Has it always been that trashed? I mean, it's a brand new wall. I didn't do anything there. The doggos seem to be pretty relaxed. Anyway, my point is that I'm not making advanced items anymore. Items that require an assembler. And it might be time... Well, it's definitely time to do that, but we already were in the old base, so I haven't quite caught up yet. So my focus this time will be catching back up. We'll build rotors and we'll build reinforced plates, and at that point we will be caught up. But it's not even really caught up, right? We're gonna be a little bit further ahead because we've upscaled and built for expansion and everything else. The other thing that I'm working on now is the fact that we haven't done any type of milestones to move the game forward in a really long time. So I'm gonna we chose the vehicular transport milestone a while back, and it looks like all the pieces are easy to get. In fact, I almost had all of them on me. So we'll go ahead and wrap this up and be done with it. And then we'll press on. Now, I've talked to people. I don't know why they're not commenting, but I've talked to people about this series. And a lot of people are curious. They try to talk about the content without revealing the content, which, trust me, I appreciate. Right, part of the fun factor here for me is don't spoil it for me. But on the other hand, you can ask me questions, right? You can ask, why do you do this? Why do you not do that? And better yet, put it in the comments. But one of the themes is that I've just barely scratched the surface. And yeah, I get that. Like I said, really, I had this in there. I can guess what those are, but I have no use for them right now. So I think we can cash them in for tickets. But, the whole way this game works is you learn how to do something. Well, first, you learn that something exists because you did, I started with iron and copper and limestone. I knew they exist, and then eventually I learned about coal and silicon and caterite or caterium or whatever it is. And even then I've just barely scratched the surface. So I'm sure that'll change as we work our way through the progression and actually explore the world, because so far I've barely left the yard. That's just the fact that we got the base going, the first base going, and that actually was our introduction to learning how this stuff works and where we go from there. And now we learned that, so then we build a second base, which built upon the knowledge of the first base. So that's good. Now I'm looking. I have plenty of capacity. Most of that's biomass burners. What we're doing here is I'm looking to see how much power we're using, because this next step that I'm talking about, we've been using constructors and smelters and miners, and those all use relatively little power. But now we're about to take a jump forward when we restore the assemblers, right? The assemblers take a lot more power, and so we'll want to there's a couple of thugs. Oh, and they spotted me. Come and get some, boys. I'm waiting for you. I think I'm hitting the foundation. I don't think I'm foundation. I don't think I'm hitting him. The good news is I'm not hitting my feet. Come on, boys. That got him. Ooh. I really don't know why these guys are so obnoxious. I mean, actually, I do know why they're obnoxious, because they're programmed that way. And I'm just, every time I look at my feet, I see my shoes, and I realize I have a pair of shoes that look very similar to that. I don't think I've ever thought that about something I saw in a video game before, but okay. Yeah. Come here. Oh, they're losing interest. Okay. If they don't deliver, then I'll just have to yeah, I'm gonna have to come to them. Okay. Oh. Thought they lost interest. Guess not. They're trying to trick me. These hog things are tricksy, as Gollum would say. Oh, come on. Okay, that's it. Ugh. You two. Ooh, that hurt. It was kind of anticlimactic, but okay. What are you protecting down here anyway? Or is this just like a convenient place to pass through, and so they'll just camp it? I do kind of like when devs will program AI into mobs that kind of mirror player behaviors. Not that I like campers or approve of it, but you know that as a human, I can tell you there's been many times, especially in MMOs, that I did my fair share of camping. So it happens. So I'm still missing some cable, and I need a bunch of plates is what I need. And this is the plate stop. That gets me a bunch of plates and cable stop. I'm gonna need a little more than that. Yeah, that'll do. And to make sure the dogs don't get out, I have this weird convoluted way to get into my own admin center. You guys are obnoxious. Oh, what's this? Alclad aluminum sheet. Okay, I wonder if this sheet is valuable. All right, launch this baby.
Milestone reached. Tractors permit pioneers to move around the world in a manner similar to using legs, except with wheels and the rampant consumption of natural resources. They can also be automated to self-drive and deliver resources between truck stations, which in turn facilitate automation of loading, unloading, and refueling.
They can be automated? Now hold on a minute. They can be automated and they can, you know, basically cart stuff around, dump off and pick up and drop off. Okay, I'm going to have to chew on that. I don't know. It also says that it's pretty they're pretty thirsty when it comes to fuel, so that is something to think about too. I mean, I got lots of coal. Got coal up the wazoo. So let's see. What should we work on next? Enhance asset security. There's a Xeno Basher. I wonder if that's like as good as my Candy Cane Basher. Excalicane. It doesn't tell me the stats. I mean, come on. If you're going to dangle this thing out in front of me, at least give me some stats. Build gun upgrade blueprints. Logistics Mark III. I'm not even using the Mark II stuff yet. Miner Mark II. Power storage. Ooh, power storage is cool. Advanced steel production. I mean, done regular steel production. Whoa. Where'd you find that? I just had my back turned for a minute and you... Is this the one that I already had? Nope. Throw it in the chest. Okay. Let's drop off this cool sheet and make like a tree and leaf, as Biff Tannen would say. Actually, he would say, why don't you make like a tree and get out of here? Which is even funnier. But good old Biff. Biff. So if I'm going to add a coal power plant, I'm going to need some space. So what I figure I can do is I could take this water and I could put a connection on the end to basically tee off the flow and use this pipe to feed 2 coal power plants. And at the rate that this thing's been eating coal, I think I could probably easily support 2 power plants with that much. With the 1 coal node we have, probably more, but we'll take it 1 power plant at a time. Zoop. And whoever originally recommended that I learn how to zoop, well, thank you. Thank you once again. It was just a matter of time. Somebody would have told me or I would have learned, but I'm glad you told me when you did. Sooner is always better than later. Okay. So the shuttle's back. freighter's back. Okay. Whatever it is. It looks like a flying coffin is what it looks like. Why I can't go up and down in it myself, I don't know. Okay. So this is the transport stuff. Truck station, jump pad. Oh! That tractor is cheap. I mean, I've got most of the stuff just on me. Let's make a tractor. Okay, where will I make my tractor? I guess I just construct it, so like I would construct something else. Is that how that works? So I got this roadway system on the factory floor. Okay, so like here, there's stairs down ahead. Don't have to steer. Hopefully.
Tractors can use any type of fuel and have a self-driving feature, much like Pioneers, only more reliable. While driving, you can record a path to automate vehicle resource transportation. Unlike early self-driving vehicles, tractors will not spy on you. Your employee data is already fully subject to other means of surveillance.
Okay, there's 100 coal. I don't know if that's a lot or a little. We'll find out. How does this thing look? It looks like a box. I mean, if my now I remembered these. I had skins that could apply to vehicles. Oh, there we go, like this. And I gotta have a Fixmas Wonder Star. Well, we established I don't have the Fixmas, or gifts for that matter. Okay. Can I put cool symbols on it? Skull and crossbones. Can I paint it? No, it's already painted. Okay, well can't really see the top of it. My Amazon warehouse facility now has an Amazon delivery vehicle. Equipment shortcuts. So I think now that I have a vehicle, we're gonna have to take it for a test drive. But we're gonna go a little outside the yard, places I haven't been before. Hopefully find some cool stuff. But the cool stuff's not gonna do me any good remaining where it is. So let's empty my pockets a little bit so that I can pick up some goodies and souvenirs on the way. I mean, that's incredibly optimistic and wishful thinking. For all I know, I could go over a cliff or be dead. But we'll try to avoid that. I mean, that is, kind of my standard operating procedures to avoid instant and painful death. It's not even an operating procedure. It's more of a habit, really. Way of life. Okay. It's kind of a weird place to drive from. Can I put stuff on top? It's kind of performant, right? Not bad. Not bad. I didn't realize I had my Christmas hat on still, but okay. Ho, ho, ho. Okay, let's check this bad boy out. I like it. It's got pickup. It's got moves. I'm now realizing I should have left all of my conveyor belts up in the air instead of hugging the ground. Whoa! Catching a little air. Nice. Avoiding trees. Nice. Okay, first day of driving school, kids. Up. Oh, I just killed off that nut tree. So, okay. Note to self, don't run over valuable resources. Something looks like that should be something. It looks like something that should be something. Bauxite. I thought this was copper. Okay. Sweet. That's a bit of aluminium in the pocket. Oh, it's got headlights. Okay. Well, let's use those headlights to go look at this super secret area over here. Sure hope this thing has reverse. That's right, wedge myself in here. Okay. Okay, this is clearly something I gotta open. I mean, look at that texture. It just screams, open me. Don't know how. Ooh. Doggos have been finding bombs, so this might be an opportunity to use the bomb and either kill myself or figure out how it works, or potentially both. What do we want to call this? Breakable door. That's a theory. Subcategory. Does it need a subcategory? Experimental. Is there a question mark in here? Yep. What would be the color? Color would be red. It says, looky here. Well, that doesn't really do it, does it? But okay. Has a bit of a strobe light effect on the headlight. Okay. So, I mean, the funny thing is that's something I could have discovered without a... Whoa, move! Well, took out a bird, too. Note to self. This thing is havoc on the lives, on the plants and animals. So guess what? Guess what I learned to do today? And I found some new nodes. I kind of knowed I would. Mining. I mean, iron. Yes, it's mining. It's iron. So there's one. You know that the iron node kind of looks like it's giving the locals a finger, is what it looks like. Impure. What's this one? Impure. That's okay. So, you know, the question I have, are all these different iron nodes because, you know, it's just kind of like having wall outlets, right? Having lots of them and spread out all over the map makes them convenient for wherever you plan to settle or whatever you plan to do. Or are there tons of them and they're spread out because eventually I'm going to need... Maybe not all of them, but a lot of them. I don't know. We're finding out. I mean, this is part of the whole, you know, trial and error aspect of this. Tab apparently doesn't tab. So if you see me break out of this thing, it's because I figured that this dialogue will work like every other dialogue in the whole world. And you can tab between fields, but it doesn't. And, you know, that's a new trick. I'm an old dog, so it's hard to teach old dogs new tricks. Has a crafting bench built in. Okay. Have to check some of that craft out later. Where to go from here? There we go. This looks like a roadway. There is a spear thingy at the top of this. Ooh, and there's some type of minerals or something over there. It's turning out to be a shopping trip more than anything else. Let's see. Oh, took out another nut tree. I wonder if those ever respawn. I doubt it. It's kind of like this thing, right? This chunk of iron ore is not going to respawn. Okay. This is vehicle storage. This is the crafting bit. I get it. Okay. So, well, this is convenient. And the vehicle storage is nice. I didn't know I had vehicles. I guess I probably should have guessed, but I'm in an uncharted territory. My mind's on overdrive right now. It's on overdrive and lack of caffeine. So those two things kind of work against each other. We'll just have to see how things shape up. It's looking good, though. So to get this sphere thingy that's way up high, in the past when I learned to bake foundations, I made really awkward and strange foundations creations to reach stuff that were high up or whatever, but I have a much faster way now. And I think all I really need is some plates and some rods. And I think that would let me make ladders. Ladders will work, I think. Should. So it's kind of tricky to get into driving mode versus crafting mode, especially around the spot where you actually drive from. Huh. You don't wipe out the regular bushes. Figures. So how do we... It looks like there's a natural slope that you got to get to, though. And it looks like it's here. So we'll build a ladder right here. There we go. It's clipped a little bit. Shouldn't matter, right? Wrong. Okay. So bring it all the way out. Declipify it. And turn it a little. Well, that works. Okay. Then... Can I jump up here, or do I have to climb up again? Let's try climbing. Go, baby, go! I think probably need a little more. That should do it. Aha! Sweet. Okay. That kind of... Okay, well, they obviously detect me. I think that's high enough, yeah? A little bit of a gap. Whoa, doggies! Whoa, whoa! Okay, I meant to do that. Just testing gravity. You gotta make sure, gravity's the same on all parts of the planet. And check. It is the same here. So there we go. Just a little scientific experiment. That's all that was. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Okay, maybe we should add more ladder or jump higher, or I think I can do it this time. It's whoa, 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 slide, hug the wall. Yeah, the alien intelligence is looking at me going, we're trying to talk to this moron? Is this the best they have to offer? Seriously, must have been all that paste I ate as a kid. Whoa, I can't even get up the little ladder. Okay. Give me more ladder. A little more cowbell. There we go. Jump, jump. Ah. Consume. Yep, that is exactly what this game's about.
Harmonize with us. We hum a simple melody into the effigy, yet we hear no harmony. It covers the temple in bones and organs and limbs, yet ignores our bleeding wounds. Scripture is needed. Consume.
A familiar pattern is emerging in your brain. Please assess yourself for signs of concussion. If necessary, a replacement pioneer will be dispatched. Work must continue. Replacement delivery schedule estimate. Error, years.
Error years? You know, oh, I did not mean to do that again. Every time she says stuff that's like, you know, just kind of snarky corporate speak, this is the wrong game to play after a hard day at work. That's all I'm going to, especially, you know, I get enough snarky corporate speak at home, at work. Thank you very much. Okay, so I got some stuff. Look at those pinkish trees up there. Are they really pinkish? It looks pretty cool. Trying to remember how to eat these things. Okay. Okay. There's other stuff around. Oh, there is other stuff around here. Might as well. It's not, I just want to keep this close so I don't lose track of it. The terrain is sufficiently vertical in places that I could easily lose this thing behind a rise. Yeah. So what is this? This is Caterium, right? Yep. Nice. Thank you very much. I'd like to find a note of that. And there's a chunk of something over here. This is probably copper. Oh, and quartz over there. Bauxite. Okay. And silicon. Oh, quartz. But I mean, turn it into silicon. You know what I mean. Just think what I meant, not what I said. That's something I tell my kids quite a bit. They get you so flustered sometimes, and you say, "What I meant, blah blah blah," and they're like, "That doesn't make sense." And I go, "Yeah, you're right. It doesn't make sense, but you know what I meant." So, try not to hit the bird, the meditating bird. He's doing his yoga pose. Okay. Ooh, there's something over there. So I had those two hogs. Excuse me. Ooh, it's quartz. What else we got in here? There's the blue plant thing. Should I try to run that over? Will that work? I will save that experiment for another day, I think. Anyhow, oh, and what's this? This is something. So they had those two hogs guarding a little valley that had pretty much nothing in it. And yet here I am in, Treasure Trove Central and nothing. Well, except for those poisonous gas plant thingies at the entrance. But I mean, only guarding one entrance. Nothing's going on here. Or so it seems. Ooh. This is copper. Okay. Not bauxite. There's a slug up there. Well, we'll go up there later. Not on this trip. I'm still driving the tractor. Iron ingot. Just so that if I need to make more stuff. Plus I got to get rid of this ore in my inventory. The ore doesn't do me much good. Okay. What I'd really like to do is see if I could find a node of one of the resources I don't have node access to, like Caterium or bauxite or quartz. So it looks like this area over here to my right is like a round valley. Anyway, I'd love to find that, but I'm guessing that that's probably outside the newbie zone, and I still haven't fully explored the newbie zone. Whoa. I bet that'll hurt if you go down the cliff. What do we got here? Oh, nodes. And guardians. Well, you know what that means. Ready, steady, aim. Excuse me. Yes, it's not sporting. I get that. But it is efficient. Doesn't even look like it scratched the paint on the truck, so... So what is this? This will be iron. Except I can't... Oh. I can. Okay. Iron. Oh, tab. And we got too many markers in the same spot. I can't edit it. If I back away a little bit, still too many markers in the same spot. Okay. Put a pin in that one. Ooh. This one's on its side. Okay. I didn't realize they could, like, spawn in various positions. Another iron. iron, isn't it? Ironic. And that's an iron color. Yeah, Crayola should make that iron color. Ooh, there's water up there. Let's go check the water. Hello, water. Hello, water. I'm here at Camp Granada. And limestone. Oh, it's just a node. Can I make it? Can I go back to this zone? There we go. Now that I got stuff moved away from it. Not a super huge fan of the mapping system. I mean, it works. It fits the function. For what it's worth, I feel the same way about the Vintage Story game. It's got a decent enough mapping function. But there are some limitations that I find limiting, restrictive. So, okay. What is this thing? That's the big arch over there. McDonald's place. And this is surrounded by cliffs. Let's take a gander. Oh, hello. I've been spotted. Yeah, you just try to get me up here. That's okay. I'll come to you. I'm tempted, but not tempted enough to just go tumbling down that cliff and see what happens. It doesn't seem like I see any type of hit points for the vehicle. Could be wrong, but I suspect this thing probably takes a beating. Hello. That's not the one I saw from the cliff. This one was a bonus. And copper, right? Yeah, everything's green. It's copper. So I'm kind of surprised that the wildlife is so easily handled by running over in a vehicle. They don't even seem to... I mean, when it's me, a guy, running around in a suit, they seem to notice me, a guy in a suit, from quite a distance away, and they take offense to it, and I totally get that. That's totally cool. When it's me, a guy in a suit, clinging to the back of this big metal box that's making all this smoke and noise, completely oblivious to it. Completely. It's like, okay, maybe they just want a sporting chance at me, but then again, I'm just clinging to the back of this thing. All you have to do is do a little last minute sidestep, and then after I go by, you can just pull me right off of this thing. But I don't make the rules. I'm just saying this is the way it seems to be. If the devs watch this, because they're insomniacs or something, can't find anything else to do, then there you go. There's something to work on. I'm sure you got a long list already, but can I go over this rock? This fuzzy rock? No. This is... I noticed that I should have been on my head at that point, but it didn't do it, so... I think we can get a little crazier in our driving and safely get away with it. My bigger concern now is just going over a cliff. Especially a cliff I didn't see. I didn't know it was there. There he is. DoorDash. You didn't dash. Too bad. So sad. I'm kind of glad. This guy is giving the ground the finger. It really does look like he's giving somebody the finger. Again, Debs, are you hearing me? Or did you mean to give us the finger? So this is a normal iron spot. Iron. Don't know why it's spelled that way. Nobody pronounces it that way. Except for Flock of Seagulls. Oh, I'm sorry. That was Iran. Which is actually a country. And it is so far away. So when they say Iran so far away, yeah, they really did. I'm curious about this water source up here. I mean, I'm always curious to find water at altitude, right? Because the whole point of water is it flows down. And since we don't get a lot of rain, I don't remember seeing any rain. It did snow, but it didn't stick. So since we don't get a lot of rain, I'm just wondering where the water comes from higher than this so it sticks. I'll take that. That's a lot of space down there. I think I've been down there, though. Those 3 berry bushes in close proximity seem familiar to me. I mean, it seems explored down there. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's where I first experimented with the poison gas and realized that poison gas is not meant to be played with, boys and girls. Do not use without adult supervision. Whoa! Speaking of lack of adult supervision, I'm going to move away from that cliff face. Now this looks like I could probably actually get down this. Hopefully not fall down that crack, but I'm not ready to do that just yet. I mean, I guess I could make foundations or something to come back, but I mean, if I had the potential to find something that I haven't had access to before in terms of resources, yeah, I'd probably do something stupid like that. But I'm actually kind of flush with the resources I can use. So, move. Stupid bird. Not quite as slick as I thought it would be, but okay. This thing does handle better than my real life car, I'll tell you that. They got a big old family, nobody drives, so it's an SUV. I wonder if I can harm the walking water balloons with this thing. Okay, so we got to go up. I've been in here though, right? Okay. So yes, this is where we go up into the ooh, new pink, obvious plants. Like what? Pick up leaves. Pick up leaves. Pick up leaves. I can't get to this one. I got to pick up these leaves. Oh. I'm guessing they're just leaves then. Yep, just leaves. Okay. I thought that was something cool. It's just cosmetics. A nut tree. Try not to smash any more of those. Let's check out the water up here. What is that thing? It's got like a head. Oh, it's one of those bacon mushrooms. So like when you have a bacon mushroom burger, you can kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Or 2 ingredients with 1 mushroom, I guess. So when they said water, that was kind of optimistic. Oh. Hey, Chuckles. So I can drive over people at slow motion without hurting them? That's not cool. I mean, this thing's got to weigh a couple tons, right? And this guy's like in an area I can't pick up any speed. And now he's hanging out by a rock. Which is also a country. It's right by Iran, in fact. Okay. Oof. That might have scratched the paint. Oh, I got him. But not got him enough. But see, I just ran over his butt, and he's like, yeah, it's cool. I'm just walking around. There we go. 1 for me, 0 for Bullwinkle. Okay. They say this is water. I say it's barely water. Whoa, it's okay. It's okay. I come in peace. As opposed to this spitter, he's in pieces. Huh. Oh, I was able to get up there. Okay, I can only get so far, though. Oh, maybe. Maybe. Look at that. Didn't have to make any of my engineering marvels. Okay, let's go in the muck. I will go into the muck for bacon. That's just a given. Bacon is a food group for me and my family. Oh, what is this? Coal. Okay. This is a lot of coal. I've got almost 100 out of this thing. Just making sure it's not a node, right? Okay, I got 98 coal out of that thing. Learn to jump. There we go. Is there anything up here? This looks curiously accessible. Yeah, I can hear a slug up here. I can see slug particles. Well, I got to be honest with you. This is not what I had in mind. You know, that seems to be a recurring theme in my Let's Plays lately. I mean, they've been very predictable and, you know, deliberate, and I'm falling again. Okay. And now the past few episodes, I go in with a plan and almost immediately the situation changes. Can I just reach it from here? Yeah. Excellent. Excellent. Clean up after myself. I mean, I'm trashing the planet bad enough as it is. Might as well not be totally obnoxious about it. Well, how about ridiculously obnoxious? So, okay, let's... berry bush with only 1. I mean, you only get one anyway, so why bother showing me 3? But still. Let's, I don't need 8. I just need 1. He'll eat 8. I'm sure he will. I have no idea. If I get this doggo, I don't know if I can put the doggo on the truck. Or if the doggo will follow the truck. I mean, this whole episode's about a lot of experimentation and exploration, so. Where'd the doggo go? There he is. And as usual, when I don't want him to notice me, he's all over me. And when I do want him to notice me, he is completely oblivious or falls off a cliff. Yeah. Yeah, I am. Oh, there he goes. Oh, it's not a cliff. Well, whatever. I get the picture. I get it. I know when I'm not wanted. You don't have to run me over with a... Ooh, there's a mushroom over there. You have to run me over with a tractor. Excuse me. You're parked in front of where I'm parked. This looks dangerous. Looks like there's more water over there. Oh, good, he moved. Okay, we can come this way then. It's kind of like in the old wagon train, right? You get off the horse or the wagon and you walk a ways to see if you can scout out where you can take your wagon without breaking it or going over a cliff. This is what I'm talking about. Oh, stuff. This looks like iron. Yeah, it's iron. You know, for trying to get all the iron ore out of my inventory, I'm doing a pretty lousy job. So this looks like there should be something in here. Probably another spitter. Or more of those hogs. Oops. See? I told you. I wonder if he came up because he saw me for a second. I didn't see the "you are spotted" UI, but... Oh. Well, here's an experiment. How do we handle hills? A lot better than he did. Huh. There's something in the water. Make sure there's nothing in the canyon that's going to come at me. So I can take that. I've not spent a lot of water. I mean, a lot of time.
Look through the window and witness a thread.
Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Defile the scripture. Our blood could fill the effigy veins for a resonance song. Scripture becomes harmony, becomes composition. Defile our temple and the threads will sew the windows open.
Pattern analysis continuing. New instruction. Repeat pioneer exposure to alien artifacts. Brain damage compensation packages may be available on successful completion of a special claims form. Our expert Fix-It medical staff are impartial and always open to assess your claim.
Let me just state for the record that corporate doctors are never impartial. I'll tell you what they're impartial to. Your pain. They're impartial to your pain. If it becomes, but when it comes right down to it, treatment's based on what's cheapest. That sounds harsh, but that's been my experience. Always go see a private doctor. unless you can't afford it. Or at least go see a private doctor for a second opinion. Yeah, you'll have to pay for it, but chances are pretty good you'll get better taken care of. I don't know if you ever told you guys this story, but my mom and my stepdad are cops. They're retired cops, and my mom had a shoulder injury on the line of duty, and so she worked for the city of San Diego Police Department, and so she went to the city of San Diego Police Department doctors that they designated because it's a work-related injury, and they basically said, no, it's no problem. Just, put some ice on it. You'll be fine. But it gave her problems, and that's every single city doctor she saw for 3 years basically said the same thing. So then finally she said, oh, screw this. I'm going to go talk to a private doctor. Private doctor said, well, A, you've had a ligament that popped out of this groove in your shoulder, and because you've gone 3 years without taking care of it, it's all scarred up. We can't even get it back into the groove if we wanted to without surgery. And so, long story short, she had the surgery. Oh, okay, I can't obliterate trees. And but it was the damage had been done. She wound up having to get a medical retirement. The city paid for everything, but their especially because it highlighted that their doctors made a misdiagnosis. And you could argue whether they were just not very good, or they were cramped for time, or they were under instructions to be as cheap as possible. Doesn't really matter. My mom had a job she really loved. She was really good at it, and she had to retire probably 10 years earlier than she would have. I will tell you this. When my mom went to the police academy, she went late, right? She was in her early to mid 30s when she went to, she always wanted to be a cop. That was her life's dream. And after she divorced my dad, she wanted to move on that dream, but there's a big old water tower looking plant. But she didn't have the opportunity, and when we moved to San Diego, she decided she would try to make it a reality, and she did. She made it. But I remember, when she was going through the academy, of course, they're teaching her all sorts of stuff like self-defense and this thing. And I remember I came home from school one day, and my mom was all excited because she's home from the academy, and she says, "Hey, they taught us this cool move in self-defense class. Do you want to see it?" And I was like, "Oh, sure, I guess." So she's like, "Give me your hand." And I give her my hand, and she basically flips me over onto the stereo. Didn't really damage the stereo too much. Bruised the living bejesus out of me and my ego. And it's like, "Yeah, thanks, Mom. Very cool. Thanks." So, I was, here we go, experiment, and nothing. I was finally getting to the size where I felt like I was intimidating my mom. She wouldn't whack me anymore. I don't know, I was 14 or 15, but no, she wasn't intimidated after that, boy. I mean, she didn't spank me. But, did I get these ones already? Where am I? Yes, I got these already. You also have to be careful about having parents that are cops, because, you come home late and they're like, "Where you been?" Okay, I'm just telling you now, somebody who sits there and talks to liars all day, every day, day in and day out, you try to lie your way through it, you're dead. You're dead meat. Just tell them the truth. Which kind of limits a lot of things, but okay. Like my dad always told me, park it so that it's easy to get out the next time. And there you go. Wow. So I threw in 100 coal and I used apparently 91. So when she said that these puppies eat a lot of fuel, it was one of the more factual things she's ever said to me. So, but at the moment, it looks like I got a lot of coal anyway. So, this was a good run. This is absolutely not what I had planned. It is not what I intended. Quite frankly, this wasn't even on my list of things to do someday. I mean, I guess it probably would have been, but there you go. And, quite frankly, I'm not entirely sure what this means for next episode. I really do need to do what I plan to do, which is, start assembling, right? Start making things that require more than two parts, more than one part. And so I might do that next time, but, I just blew basically an hour driving around in the go-kart, and I still haven't found all the nooks and crannies of the starter biome. So, this is one of those cases. Now my mind's racing. In fact, I'll probably wind up staying up an extra. I take that back. My mind's racing, but I can always go to sleep in 5 minutes. So I'm not going to lose sleep over this. But yes, I will be thinking about this a lot in the next few days, and then we'll see how it goes. But I want to thank you for being with me in this little adventure. This was fun. Like I said, it wasn't what I planned. I have no idea if this is anything along the lines of what you were expecting, or if you're as surprised as I am. But it was fun. So next time, I hope you guys can join me for another episode of Mostly Satisfactory. But in the meanwhile, I hope this finds you and yours in good health, good spirits, and perhaps a touch of good fortune. Cheers.